Hello Volvo fans! So today we have a Tarmac Works, just a Volvo 242 Custom. It's pretty cool. As usual, I actually saw this on Stinger Diecast channel, and I always knew about this one, but my local dealer didn't have it. So now that I'm in the States, I bought it online. I got it off eBay, because there's no hobby shops around in Massachusetts that sell anything, nice. Well, the imported stuff. All I can really have access to is Walmart and Target and Hobby Lobby, but those guys don't carry the import brands. And even if they did, they'd be sold out anyways, because I can't even find like an Auto World in this state. All right, let's see. Nice little background of a scene. Maybe that's Europe, I'm assuming. And then we have some sort of printing, of course. It's licensed by Volvo themselves, so that's cool. Alright. Then there's this thing that makes you feel like you're special, although, I don't know. I just don't know if I believe that. 1802 of how many, though? It would be nice to know. And then, okay. There's probably QC4. I have a lot of bad luck with this guy. Usually QC2 is the bad guy. Let's see if QC4 does a good job today. Alright, I haven't looked at this at all. Okay, relatively loose cover. Any tow hooks or anything like that? No, I think I can take this off the stand, but I don't even have a screwdriver ready. Sorry. Okay, sorry, I'm totally unprepared. I'm at a new location, so I don't have any tools or anything. I had to make this board you're looking at, this black board here. I had to spray paint it and all that stuff. Alright. Boy, I miss my electric screwdriver. I will say, this is a really cool base, it's like a brick road, and it's not very glossy, it's very matte. I think it's a sticker. You can see a bubble there, right? Yeah, I just moved that bubble, compressed the bubble. So some sort of matte finish sticker. I'm a little concerned, will this thing peel up like a lot of stickers do, in the future? So be mindful of that. In the future, it just might, you might have to peel it off, clean it with adhesive remover and just have a great base. But you'll definitely lose that logo. I'm trying to rub that bubble out. Oh well, do it later. Alright, so you got this little adaptive piece here. Get this camera back here. Get this out of the way. Alright, let's compare. So, being a custom, I don't know if they're looking at a combination of cars. This is the most similar looking one. It's got mesh wheels, but it's missing the rear wing. That's what's missing from this guy. But still, in real life, this is a cool looking custom, I think. The standard one's quite raised, but this thing is slammed to the ground here. Maybe that's a good focal point. So then you do have this rear photo, and it does have a wing. I've seen some other, photos with this wing, and I'm guessing, that's maybe what they're going for. Well, at least we can try to take a look at the taillights here. And the white's in the right spot. Looks good. Okay. I think it looks good enough for me. So it's not a metallic green. It's just a, regular green. Darker than Kermit the Frog. Although my camera tends to show greens as really bright. But to my naked eye, it seems a lot more drab and boring. Like a Volvo. Alright. The wheels here. In typical Tarmac fashion. Well, actually, I can't say that. The early Tarmacs, like I have a Evo 10, which had horrible wheels. But this has pretty good wheels, I think, for mesh. It's hard to get mesh wheels right in such a small scale. At least they're painted well, and the center cap is centered. It's not off to the side or anything like that. Maybe there's actually a chance for you fans of rolling models. No. No. Definitely not a roller. get slammed to the ground. What do you expect? It's got to rub the fenders. Okay, well, we got the little key lock mechanism there. It's a little bit of a bump, I think. And then the door handle there is printed in some depth to the finger recess. Is black for the molding here. And the windows, yeah, you know, they're relatively flat, so not too much distortion. The mirrors are separate black plastic pieces, and there's some silver paint in there. Looks good to me. Sadly, what is this? Is this residue from, I don't know, it's like a bump or something. It's too bad. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna guess, well, I was gonna say that front bumper is separate, but I don't think it is. I think it's casted in and just painted black. So that's kind of weird. I would expect for Tarmac Road 64, you would have a separate bumper. Same with the back. I think the back is casted in too. Yeah, that's kind of weak, I think. You know, that's Tarmac Works global 64 quality. But when you get into the Hobby 64 and Road 64, I expect more parts, right? This is a cheap way for them to save money, but charge still the premium price, right? So I feel kind of cheated there. I don't know if I did that to the wiper blade, but it's kind of floating. But you can obviously tell it's a separate piece there because it's so thin and it's photo etched metal. Alright. Okay, the headlights do look great. Separate clear lenses and some depth behind them. Yeah, it looks like there's actually like a light bulb back there. Maybe that's metal protruding. And then the silver grille trim here is really well done. And then the cross here for the Volvo. I don't think the logo is very legible though. Let me zoom in and see. Well, you got the outline, but I can't really make out the text. But you can see the texture of the grille is really nice. You know, all these little ribs, and you got the vertical ones as well. So I think the front end is really cool. And then the turn signal areas, you got clear, you got orange, so that's pretty nice as well. It's just weak that the bumper is just part of the casting. I think this should probably, well, I almost feel like this could be well, I was going to say the cheaper Tarmacs, but the wiper blades, you would never get those on the cheaper Tarmacs. There's some texturing here. I'm not sure if there should be black paint in there or not. Tiny little bumps for the wiper fluid. Black interior. Let's see about this side. Looks pretty good on this side, except for this tire might need a little help there. Yeah, you can fix that pretty easily. There's a fuel filler on this side. So another weird thing is, you see, there's like a raised edge here. I don't know if it's on the front as well. I think it is. Yeah, so you can see like a little line there. So I don't know what... I think they painted the black first and then the green on top of it. But the problem is a little bit of the black is peeking through in the back. There isn't enough paint there, right? So this is again why separate pieces on more expensive models make sense. You would never have this color blemish because it would be a separate piece entirely. And then I'm not sure what's going on here as well. It's like a run or a drip or something. I will say this black molding going across the body is pretty nice. It's pretty well done. This side as well, yeah. But also on this side you can see some black peeking through from that green, the lack of green there. And then this as well, the black is coming up too high. So, yeah, it's a shame. You know, from far away you might not notice, maybe. Well, we'll see later when I put on the spin thing. Now look at this, there's a little black thing here printed on. Is that on the other side? It is. It's supposed to be there. I don't see it on any of the photographs though. So I'm not sure why they chose to do that. The photographs don't have louvers though, so maybe that's supposed to be part of this rear louver piece, which is a separate plastic piece. You can see it's pulled off the sprue there. It's not particularly horizontal, But, oh well. I'd actually rather have it not have these louvers, you know. It'd be I'm sure they're gonna come out with other versions without that, though. The rear wing is a separate piece, and it looks pretty nice. Nice enough, I guess. Yeah, alright. Well, let's see what kind of badging here. Well, you can read Volvo, the key bump. Kind of a crooked license plate, but it's nice. It's a nicely printed license plate. So, HHR. Not sure what that would represent. Obviously, the 242 is the car itself. I think it's a 200 series Volvo, and then the 4 means 4-cylinder, and then the 2 might mean a 2-door. That's the nomenclature changed depending on the country for Volvo, I guess, according to Wikipedia. And while we're talking about some stats and stuff, Wikipedia says this is a mid-sized car, and it was produced between 1974 and 1993, so that's a long time, several decades. And 2.8 million of these things were sold, including the 260 series, which might be the sedans, or no, 6-cylinders. Designed by Jan Wilsgaard. I'm not pronouncing that properly, let's face it. And then 2-liter to 2.3-liter 4s in the 242, 100 to 120 horsepower, somewhere in that ballpark. Okay. Well, it's kind of an model for me. I like the subject itself, a customized Volvo, but I'm kind of torn with the price, you know. If it's going to be a hobby grade model, it doesn't seem to have all the hobby grade pieces. I'm also wondering if there's seat belts in there. No, I don't see any. But you know what? I do see a silver. Hold on a second. Yeah. Sadly, I'll have no electric screwdriver, but I guess I am going to have to open this up. Oh, man, this is the wrong screwdriver. This isn't the right screwdriver either. Okay, well, at least I think... Alright. So, out of curiosity's sake, here's the top. Wow, there's 6 rivets holding the glass. Alright, there's 3 separate pieces for the windows, which... Oh, there's 7 rivets. So that's good, you know. Keeps windows in place and secure. So now, interior, yeah, it is just black. I thought I saw silver in the center, but no. But there is a decal there. If I can get the right angle. That's quite under. Where's that flashlight again? Yeah, there you can see the gauges. Alright, so at least you got that going. And yeah, I didn't even mention the treads or anything like that, or the bottom so much. I was just thrown off by this poor review. It's nice that it says the scale, what the car is, and then, you know, who makes it. The only thing missing from this brand is the copyright. You know, it's going to be 20 years. It's going to be harder to know how old this is. The muffler there is nice. It seems to be a separate plastic piece. Right, so that's cool. Where the exhaust pipe itself is dangling in the air. It's not molded to the base pan there. Seems to be some vent details there in the back there as well. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Will it roll? No, this still doesn't want to roll. I don't see anything indicating this would have brakes either. So again, they're cost cutting here on this model. This is this Global 64 quality. Basically, the only thing that makes this not a Global 64 is the decal on the dashboard and those 2 metal wiper blades. Everything else, I think you would find in a Global 64, but it would cost less money, you know? Okay, well, let me put this back together. Alright, well, you've heard my gripes several times now. That's all I have to say about that. I kind of doubt anyone's going to make this car nicer. I don't know. I mean, if 2.8 million of these cars are sold in the real world, maybe someone will make a better version of this car. I don't know. This could be done better, but it's still pretty nice. I mean, just looking at that front view, it looks pretty good, even with the casted in bumper. The wheels look nice, the mirrors look nice, all that stuff. So, what do you guys think? Yeah. And I've also decided I think I probably will continue my videos because I don't want to bring back a bunch of extra packaging. Although this one I will keep the crystal box, but all the other blister pack ones like the Green Lights and Auto Worlds, I'm going to open those up and review them even if I don't have anything to compare it to. So hopefully you'll stay tuned until then. Thanks. See you next time.